Okay, so how much caffeine is too much caffeine? And you might not want to hear this, but I would limit it to 2 sources of caffeine a day. We know that some things have obviously more caffeine than others. So for instance, a Coke is not going to have as much caffeine as a Monster drink. So it really does depend on what you are drinking and what kind of caffeine that you are taking in. But what I will say is making sure, because I know y'all's schedule is crazy, making sure that you have your caffeine at least 6 hours prior to falling asleep. And why is that? Because it can really mess with your sleep cycle. And so if you're having a hard time falling asleep, staying asleep, really look at your caffeine intake. You could either one, be drinking too much or drinking that caffeine too late in the day. Also, what I will say about caffeine is that if you are having too much caffeine, it could lead to things like anxiety. And so if you are feeling those sort of symptoms and you're not really sure where it's coming from, take a look at the caffeine intake, because we know that things like caffeine can stress our bodies and shoot our cortisol up, and then that could also hinder us from losing weight. So make sure that you're taking care of yourself. Limit that caffeine to 2 sources a day, and you should be good to go.